Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm John.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Steve.
We are very close to the end.
Yeah, a little too close for my liking.
Yes and no.
Yeah, I know.
I'm ready to see what all the hype is about with all these Netflix seasons, you know?
Yeah.
Even though I am thoroughly enjoying this season, too.
I know, me too.
Damn it, Penelope. Not my lap, so she's going to try and make her way over.
She'll come over to you. You know how much she loves you. Yeah, the last one was upsetting, but good.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, like, what is he going to do now?
This is called The Last Heartbreak, so now I'm really starting to think that perhaps Chloe does work with Kane and he dies. Like I think I said that like a couple episodes ago where like even if he does get her, the plan is to be for him to die. So
maybe Lucifer like lets
then he gets her back.
Yeah, but like you don't want her.
But
like,
she's gonna be devastated,
and she's not gonna be like as interested. Like she'll still be like interested in Lucifer, but if he lets her get close to somebody else, she might not have those similar feelings again.
True.
I don't think that's gonna be the case. But
I don't think so either.
That's the issue going into that kind of plan, though. If Lucifer, and what's interesting is he's like, I'm not tying myself to you anymore, like, because it was gonna be a problem. That's why I think there is gonna be a conflict between the two of them because, like, it's gonna go one or two ways. Lucifer's either gonna go head on and try and like woo her to no end to get her back and like distract her from him, or he's just gonna sit back and like wallow in his sadness, you know.
I could see that happening.
Yeah.
I could see either happening. I really feel it could also come down to whatever Linda tells him in the beginning of this episode.
Yeah, I hope they go right into that.
Because it ended with him in her office, so.
You would think that they would just go right into it.
They're usually pretty good at stuff like that.
Oh, I'm also like, when is this Maze thing going to get figured out?
Yeah. Maze is going to have to figure it out on her own. At this point, there's really not much else that Linda can do.
No, nothing.
Like, you've tried apologizing, you've tried bringing her to, like, a therapist, like a mediator, like, you know what I mean? Like, not a therapist. They brought her to Charlotte, but.
I still think there's going to be a thing between Linda and Amenadiel in the future.
Definitely.
I'm going to die on the hill of saying that.
Yeah, definitely.
It was just too good to be, like, that short.
Right, and they both really seem to, like, legitimately care about each other.
Something has to happen to really change Maze's mind. Like, because I feel like part of her knows...
That she's wrong?
She gets, like, part of her gets it. Like, she's wrong now, but, like, to throw away the friendship. But, at the same time, I understand, but she's just going too far.
Right. Yeah. I do understand where she's coming from, but like it's
you don't have to be friends with her right away. Just at least say, okay, fine. I apologize for whatever I did, and then go your separate ways for a little while, and then your heads will cool and whatnot. But also by her saying that to, I don't think Linda's going to be. If somehow Maze does want to become friends with her again, Linda's going to be like, no. Like, you told me to go to hell.
At this point, yeah.
And you know what that means between the two of them, because they both know that's a real thing.
Right, she knows that she legitimately means she hopes she goes to hell.
So she could torture her, probably.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't even think about that.
I know.
It's even more offensive.
That just popped into my head.
Zach, that's a good one.
Well, I had the thought when we were watching it, like, how, like, much...
I didn't even think about that, but right, especially coming from Maze.
Right. Well, just the fact that, in general, like, they both know it's a real thing, so, like, that's how you know she means it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the whole her wanting to torture her thing, but, like...
Yeah, but that's what she does down there.
You're right.
So...
She knows what it's like.
Exactly. If it's not Maze torturing her, she knows somebody down there will.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Let's watch it.
Yep.
If you guys want to watch the next episode early, go check out our Patreon. We have that there as well as full length.
Flashback.
Maybe.
What you working on?
The case.
It's gotta be.
Well, you want to take a break and buy me a drink?
You can tell her dress.
Not really, no.
Two more bodies were just found in Griffith
1958.
Park, holding hands.
This is awesome.
Looks
Really
like the
awesome.
Broken Hearts killer strikes again.
Stop calling me.
Now we know why it's called The Last Heartbreak.
What's the problem?
They totally boned.
Miss Lopez, please don't be vulgar. The detective doesn't bone.
Seriously, oh my god. You are totally freaking out right now.
Yeah, she knows.
About this coming between you and Chloe.
Very preposterous. I'm not freaking out about anything.
That's exactly what he's doing.
I get it.
Double murder. Some couple found in a convertible at a lookout off Griffith Park. Super creepy scene by the sounds of it.
Okay, be right there.
Espinosa, can I get a copy of that file? Sure thing.
It's gonna be a copycat of the what was it called? Bleeding Hearts?
Something like that, yeah.
Broken Hearts Killer.
Charlotte. That's right. He hasn't really interacted with her since.
I bet you he can help her.
I'm really sorry, but I have to go.
That's gonna bother her.
Yeah, how could it not? This is the second person to call you mom since you came back.
What?
You and I are partners, detective, and nothing can come between that.
Prepare yourselves, people.
He walked right between them.
It's a different kind of case.
How's he going to explain this? From 1958, he can't say he was working on the case.
No, he could just say he knew about it.
That's
He's a
true.
case. He reads a lot of old cases.
You grab the backpack, I'll grab the brownies.
What
and
the?
get you to school.
Maze.
Maze.
I don't know what's going on with you right now. But whatever it is, figure it out.
Maze is falling down my favorite character list right now.
Yeah.
I just found out Robbie was cheating on me.
Not completely understandable. I mean, what else are you supposed to do when some parasite inserts himself into your relationship?
So is that why you did this? What?
He's so like out in front about it, you know, up front.
No, you're right. The copycat's just getting started. Lieutenant, we need you on this case.
And I normally love threesomes.
I really do like Tom Welling, though.
Yeah, he's great. He's perfect for this role.
He really is.
Guess we just got lucky we caught him when we did.
Wait.
The LAPD.
We don't have time for luck. We gotta get back to the station and figure out a connection between these victims.
You could work anywhere. Your office, your home, but you choose to work in this bar. Why?
I like a stiff drink.
You want to be at lunch.
Because you don't actually want to be alone.
Then why do I sit by myself? He's been spotted in front of the original killer's house. Let's go.
Well, that's actually quite promising.
Yeah.
Charlotte Richards is back.
Oh.
But you have absolutely nothing to worry about.
She just realized he
She's
doesn't
not,
count.
Okay. Who's ready?
Tour group.
Ready for what?
For the wonder that is the Broken
Yep.
Heart store. Duh.
What are you asking me, Venetio?
I think that maybe she deserves to know the truth.
I was thinking about that earlier. Do you think he's going to want to tell her the
Get
truth?
to say goodbye.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying if you really want to help Charlotte, you'll stay away.
I think he's right. Charlotte's strong.
But she's
And
also
she's
got,
looking for answers.
She's got a point, though.
Last Heartbreak.
Oh my god.
The scene of
Look
a
at
brutal
this.
murder, and where the killer was ultimately apprehended by police.
That information wasn't public yet, was it?
Or was it?
Finally, bloody charade is over and things can all go back to normal.
Can I help you?
Daughter.
Okay.
Definitely daughter.
Looks just like her.
Yeah.
Look, I get it. I look just like my grandmother, but this is taking things too far.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. They lived a long, happy life together and went peacefully a few months apart.
It sounds nice.
Yeah, it does. If you're in his position.
Right.
You think I'm the copycat?
You fit the killer's psychological profile to a T. You know things about the case that no one else could know.
Oh my god.
So the guy whoever did it went to him for information.
Now I'm actually...
Looking for Twisted Ferret. They've got a gig in Bakersfield.
Those weed brownies.
They'll be back.
You think?
Maybe.
Because
The school called. Apparently Tracy gave pot brownies to Miss Benson for teacher appreciation.
Yes.
well, did she appreciate them?
No, she didn't, Maze.
And I am sick of your goody two-shoes ex-wife and that stupid little brat of yours anyway.
She doesn't mean it. Oh, no.
Good. Screw you, Maze.
As terrible as that was, that's what she needed, I think.
Hopefully.
I think that's the one person.
Yeah, it broke her heart.
Yeah. Trixie was always the one that accepted her for her. Remember when she showed her face?
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe it's best if I meet Pierce alone. We don't have time to make this about you. There is a serial killer on the loose.
Detective.
This always happens. How often does it happen where she yells at him and he realizes, like, oh, detective.
I thought it was part of your whole tough guy act, but now I see what it is. You're scared. But you know what the sad truth is?
Little did he know. That's all he had to do. I'm assuming that's what it's going to be.
Love you.
So the question is, what radio show would that be now?
Oh my God, Chance's Chocolates? I'm obsessed. It's a radio show that sets up cheating couples. See,
I like how they just went to her immediately.
And we are here with our jilted lover, Lucifer. Now, first off,
Jilted lover.
what is up with
This
that
actually all
name,
makes sense too,
Lucifer?
because he is the.
Maybe that is part of the
the
reason
lover.
that's driving a wedge between you and your old lady. You're late.
Yeah, sorry I'm late. Traffic was just awful.
Stop.
He did it.
Yep.
I ordered a pastrami. Is this pastrami? No, it is not pastrami. Now get out of here.
What a piece of shit.
For real.
Lucifer. Sometimes chocolate can be dark, but you know what? Isn't it better to always know the truth? Where the hell did he go?
What is he up to?
Oh my God. This is
I don't like this romantic stuff.
beautiful.
How did you move on from the detective when I showed up and replaced you? Please, don't say improv.
You didn't replace me. You and I are different people. We each have our own relationship with Chloe. Once I came to terms with that, I was fine.
Dan is great.
Yeah, he really is.
I need somebody who can let me in, and I just don't know if that's you.
She needs somebody that can let her in, and she's been talking to Lucifer this whole time.
Hello, shadowy figure. You had to spoil the date.
Yeah, it's good.
God.
Without the addresses censored out?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what unedited means. I'm showing life at its most raw.
That's how they found the killer finds out.
I think you might be right. It might be the host.
Chloe?
It's hitting her. And it's not affecting him, I guess, yeah.
It will affect him, I think.
Chloe.
Yeah. I was gonna say, it should.
He's still human.
Yeah. Okay.
Too bad.
You're the guy from the radio.
Yes, and you're the chap who bought the original killer's house. How remarkably met.
Oh, it was him.
Does this mean you're not gonna kiss him?
Damn. You're definitely not letting him go.
I've got to wake up for Charlotte.
Oh, man, deal. What are you
He's gonna
doing?
tell her.
Please, have a seat. There is so much to explain.
Which it's part of his path. Maybe it's to help her.
I think this is a great idea. Like,
I think it's
not everybody's as weak as everybody thinks.
Olga, did you forget something?
Well, that's a new one. Never been mistaken for an Olga before.
I love when he just shows up.
What are you doing here?
Just, please, be careful.
Do you want to stay? I can make some coffee and we
Stay.
I can't,
Damn it.
unfortunately. There's a bachelorette party at Lux. And
You have to risk a broken heart if you want to get something out of this life, right?
It's not my heart I'm risking. She's the key to finally getting what I've always wanted.
And he's kind of using her, which I don't like. Like, he is getting close to
To
her.
die, though. You know what I mean? Like, again, like, other than, like, her being devastated, if she really does like him, like...
I think she'll be devastated now.
Even if, right, yeah.
But, like, I don't like the way this is going.
But, he is using her for ultimate goal, but not in, like, I don't think it's in, like, a bad way. I think he really does care about her.
No, I do, too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying in general, I don't like it. Like...
But that's why Lucifer's saying to be careful, because, like, what's the end game here?
Right. Like, does she have to kill him?
But now I'm, like, also, like, wondering if Kane's gonna be the one to tell her everything. Not about Lucifer, but just about, like...
No, they wouldn't do that. There's no way.
But it wouldn't be about, like, Lucifer and stuff. It would just be about him.
Yeah, but then she'll just go, okay, if that's true, then, why would she believe that? If she doesn't believe what Lucifer tells her. And if she does believe what he says, why wouldn't she then in turn look at Lucifer and go, oh, maybe he is telling the truth then? If he's able
Yeah,
to
she
beat
might.
Cain.
Well, the only way for him, if he tells everything, like if she doesn't believe him, he could just stab himself in the heart and then come back to life in 3 seconds.
Well, yeah. I'm not saying he can't prove it, but then if he tells her, like, he would have to tell her she would know everything at that point if he told her and proved who he really was.
But, like, she just clearly said, like, I'm looking for somebody to open up and, like, let me in. And
that's just showing that Lucifer isn't,
yeah, isn't letting her in. But, like, he then said to her, like, I want to open up and let you in. I don't want to have these walls up anymore.
Yeah, Pierce said that.
I know, that's what I mean. So what's Pierce going to tell her to let the walls down that's letting her in if he's not going to tell her the truth about himself?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like, that's...
I don't even think he's saying it specifically about his past. I think, or who he really is. I think he's just... He could just still kind of lie to her, but, like, also tell her the truth. Like, he could just leave the mystical part of it out and then just say, like, he did live these... He has been living as a normal person for however long, you know?
Yeah.
He could just play it off as, like, his life so far, you know? Like, what... Could do anything.
Now I'm thinking it might not. Now I'm thinking, like, since he is, like, trying to use her, then maybe it doesn't go well. Like, maybe he thinks he's got it going, and then, like, he still can't die. And then I think he might end up with Grandma's twin.
I think he dies at the end of the season, for sure.
I know, but I think it's going to be that girl that just sat down at the bar with him. That's going to be, like, the key.
Yeah, I was thinking that, too, earlier.
Because he thinks Chloe's the key for whatever reason, but Chloe's Lucifer's key. That doesn't necessarily mean that she's...
Which is what I initially thought.
Key. Right, which he kind of proved to himself when he killed himself trying to... When he got shot trying to protect her.
Yeah, but he wasn't...
But he didn't have... He wasn't... He didn't, like... Didn't have feelings for her or anything like that. Yeah.
They didn't really get close.
True.
And I guess she doesn't have to be the one to kill him. He just has to be around her.
You know, I was thinking the exact same thing before. Like, what if Chloe was the one to shoot him? Like, that might work. Because it worked when she shot Lucifer, I know.
Yeah, but Lucifer's just vulnerable around her at all times.
Right.
I'm telling you, I think it's going to be the exact same thing with him. Like, they could be in a case and get shot again, but this time, since he did open up to her and get close to her and, like, tried to make it work.
Could be.
Then... Because that thing about it, that's what happened to Lucifer. Like, his powers slowly started going away. Mm-hmm. Like, because he got shot when he was when he was still with in the very first episode.
Yep. Yeah, nothing happened.
They weren't, like, close yet, you know?
I'm really upset with Maze.
Oh. Yeah,
that was awful.
They didn't really resolve... I was hoping they would resolve that and come back to it, but...
She might be with, Well, no, if Olga was there, that means Trixie is home.
That's what I'm saying. She was probably in bed. Poor thing's probably crying in bed.
Yeah, definitely. She loved Maze. Like, loved her.
That literally made my stomach turn.
It broke my heart.
Because I wasn't expecting when they panned over and they showed her.
And she was going to already be crying? That's what they got me. I thought she was just going to be standing there, like, upset.
Which means she has been there for a little while.
Heard her say everything.
Ugh.
Maze really, really pissed. I hated Maze in this episode. Everything about her.
The last two.
The way she was acting with Dan, the way she responded to him, and, like...
I don't like anything about that.
No.
Now, we just not going to see her for a while, or...
She's going to have to come make amends.
Yeah, well...
What do you think's going to happen with Amenadiel and Charlotte?
She has to get over...
He's going to tell her?
She's got to get... Well, that too. Maze has to tell, at least, like, smooth it over with Trixie, but also has to forgive. But before any of that can happen, I feel like she still has to forgive Linda.
Yeah, because that's what's making her spiral out of control.
Yeah. She's gonna. Hopefully, it's one of those things where she finally realizes, like, my life was better with being close with you.
Yeah, of course.
I think that's what's got. We'll eventually have a scene where she'll be, like, talking to Linda, saying, like,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Like, she's gonna hit rock bottom, you know, and then go to Linda.
Yeah, she's close right now.
Very.
So what's gonna happen? She's probably taking her knives. She's gonna go get herself into some shit.
If that wasn't rock bottom, I don't know what is.
Right.
Trixie cry.
That's exactly right. Just making that poor innocent girl cry for no reason, just because you're mad.
Ugh.
No.
Really,
Screw you, Mace.
Or like chaps my ass. Literally.
But yeah, you think of Amenadiel, I think he's going to tell Charlotte everything.
My only thought is that, like, I get what Linda's saying, like, you can't tell her, like, but I also think he is right, like, he realizes nothing is going to help her ever. Nothing Linda's doing is going to be able to help her, unfortunately.
Nope. She needs to know what happened to her. She's missing months of her life. People know her that she's never seen before. People calling her mom that, like, are her age.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Poor Charlotte.
I'm curious to see how he goes about it. And I'm wondering if that's, like, because we had just, it was in the last episode where he was, like, kind of like, he's like, yeah, I figured all this out. I did all this. Like, maybe I'll get my wings back or something, my powers. Like, but he knows that he was just making that up. Like, but maybe this is maybe what he was part of, like, what he's supposed to be doing. He's helping Charlotte. I'm telling you, I think it goes back to what I initially said, like, a long time ago. Like, Amenadiel, like, God wants him there to be doing something specific, and Lucifer. They're there to help people. I think Lucifer more so, like, figure yourself out first, and then Amenadiel, like, be there, A, to watch his back, and B, at the same time, like, figure your own thing out, you know?
Right.
And God purposely takes, not to be, like, cruel, but he takes his powers away, like, now it's incentive to figure it out.
Learn how to do it.
Right.
That could be.
Something similar.
I wonder if this is, like, if maybe Linda ends up being right, and maybe this is too much for Charlotte, and she ends up leaving.
Could be.
You know, I could actually see that happening.
Maybe.
Because I was like,
I hope not.
Because
that'd be
also,
so
like, the other thing, like, I'm not too sure about is, like, obviously she's gonna believe it because she was in hell, but
she doesn't know.
She might not believe Amenadiel is who he says he is, and he has no way of proving that.
I'm sure he could figure a way out.
How? He has no powers, no wings.
Hey, buddy Lucifer.
Yeah, you'd have to, but, like, I don't know that Lucifer would do it. He might.
Maybe that's what it'll come to.
Right.
Lucifer will put up an argument about it.
Could be.
I don't feel like he's going to tell her right there. I think he's just going to try and get, like...
I think he's going to tell her right there.
Yeah.
I got a lot to tell you. Sit down.
What else do you say?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. See you next time.
See you later.